संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. So before starting our reading of the Durga Saptashati first chapter, just a few words about that scripture. It is also called the Chandi, you may be knowing. So I will start by quoting from a translation of Chandi. The name of the book is In Praise of the Goddess. It is been written by one Devadatta Kali. So since these mother worshippers are called Shaktas, from Shakti, power, comes the word Shakta. So Shakta is one who worships or considers the Divine Mother as one with the Supreme Godhead. So a few words about this tradition. The Shakta tradition reveres the Divine Mother as the universal creative power, the all-pervading source of change within and identical to the changeless reality. Here, Shakti is not the consort of Vishnu or Shiva, but their source, to whom they and all other gods are subordinate. So even the Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva they are called as emerging from Shakti. Shakti is considered as the supreme. The formless and immeasurable power that is Shakti can be conceptualized only in relation to her activity as the creator, sustainer and destroyer of the universe. Accordingly, Shakti is Mahadevi, the great goddess, worshipped throughout India in various forms, beneficent as well as awesome. And we know that she has many names like Durga, Kali, etc. So, Shakta religious practice is primarily, though not exclusively, tantric. Tantras, we are familiar with the word. And the two traditions of this Shaktas and the followers of Tantras, they overlap but don't entirely coincide. They are slightly different. So we will not go into the details of the Tantra. We can leave that for some future occasion. Just a few words about the Saptashati or the Chandi. So I quote from the same book. 15 or more centuries ago, an unknown author or authors in northwest India wove together the diverse threads of already ancient memory and created a dazzling verbal tapestry that remains even today the central text on Shakti, the Divine Mother. This is called the Devi Mahatmya, that is, the glory of the goddess. And this poem of about 700 verses is recited daily in temples and widely disseminated in the original Sanskrit as well as in vernacular translations. Part myth and part philosophy, part narrative and part hymn, it is a spiritual classic that addresses the perennial questions of our existence. What is the nature of the universe, of humankind, of divinity? How are they related? How do we live in a world torn between good and evil? And how do we find lasting satisfaction and inner peace? So that is the aim of all the scriptures we know to give us this satisfaction. So let us start with our reading because it's a fairly long chapter and it will take some time. So, how does it start? How does the scripture start? It is cast as the narrative of a dispossessed king, one king who was deprived of his kingdom, deprived of his throne, and a merchant betrayed by the family he loves. We will see them right in the beginning. And of course, a sage. A sage means a person of God who has the ultimate solution to all our problems. So these two go to that sage whose instruction leads them beyond existential suffering. So the Devi Mahatmya teaches through a trilogy of myths, and the three tales of the sage are allegories of outer and inner experience, symbolized by the fierce battles the all-powerful Devi wages against demonic forces. So let us start with the original text now. In some places I will also read the original Sanskrit, but mostly we will discuss on basis of English translation, since all of us can understand that better. So in former times there was a king named Surat. In Sanskrit we say Suratha. He was of the Chaitra dynasty. He protected his subjects duly like his own children. So he was a very good king. He was not a tyrant or anything else. At that time, the kings who were the destroyers of the Kolas became his enemies. So this is the way it is written. The kings who destroyed him, they were also enemies of some dynasty known as the Kolas. So the king was also powerful, our Suratha, and he fought with his attackers. But he was defeated by them. Then he returned to his city and started ruling his kingdom, although he was defeated. But again, that illustrious king was attacked by those enemies. Now, unfortunately for that king, what happened? His own ministers, his own subjects, they were evil people. So they turned against him. They took away everything through treachery. So the king was deprived of his kingdom and nothing to do. He has to leave. He left alone on horseback for a dense forest. There, what did he see? He saw the hermitage of a great sage. His name was Medhas. Medha, the word we know, intelligence. So, Medhas becomes Medha. So, the sage lived in an ashrama. The forest was there, inhabited by wild animals, but they were peaceful, and he had many disciples also. Sage has the ashrama. So Surat went to that sage and he was welcomed. Everyone is welcome in an ashrama, so the sage welcomed him. So he spent some time in the hermitage of that great sage, but he could not remain in peace for long. Why? Because he was overcome with attachment. He began thinking Hmm. So chintayat tada tatra mamatva akrishta manasa. That is the Sanskrit. Akrishta means his mind was attracted. Towards what? Mamatva. Maya. Maya means all the problems are from this. The sense of in people, in things of the world, we want to possess those things. This feeling of Maya comes. So now he began to think. What did he think? How did his thoughts go? Mat purvai palitam purvam maya hinam puram hitat mad bhrityai stai asad vrityai adharmata palyate nava. So he is now thinking of the kingdom which has gone. Just see the attachment. Now he is thinking, my capital was there, it was well guarded, but I have been thrown out of that. Now what is happening there? Is it still being guarded righteously or not by my ministers? His ministers are so evil. They have forced him to leave the kingdom. He is still thinking about that kingdom. न जाने स प्रधानों में शूरो हस्ति सदा मद मम वैरिवशम यात कान भोगान उपलप्स्यते. So I do not know all the things which I had at one time. I do not know what has become of them. Who is enjoying those? I do not know what enjoyments my chief elephant, heroic and always elated, and now fallen into the hands of my enemies. What will he get? Those who were loyal to me, my constant followers, how are they doing? Now they are certainly paying homage to their new king because I am not there. The treasure which I gathered with great care, what is happening to that? It must have been squandered by those horrible people who are addicted to improper expenditure. So, this way he began to think. Etat cha anyat cha satatam chintayamasa parthivaha. Etat cha anyat cha. These thoughts and similar thoughts. He began to always, they were in his mind. So he had no rest. Tatra viprashrama-bhyashe vaishyamekam dadarshasa. So he was a Kshatriya, the king Kshatriya caste. So he began to think all these things like that. But what happened then? He also saw another person who had come. He was a Vaishya. Vaishya means business class. So he was a merchant. So what happened then? The king saw that merchant and asked him, Saprishthastena kastvam bho. Bho means you, addressing, it's a form of addressal. Kastvam, who are you? Hetuschagam netraka. So why have you come here? What is the reason for your coming to this hermitage? Sashoka iva kasmatvam durmana iva lakshase. So this merchant was in the same condition. Lakshase means it is being noticed. I am seeing that what is your condition? Sashoka. Shoka is sorrow. Ashoka is without sorrow. Sashoka is with sorrow. Sashoka iva kasmat. Why are you so sorrowful? Durmana. Durmana means I can see that you are depressed. You are thinking some sorrowful thoughts. What's the matter? So, ityakarnya vachastasya bhupate pranayoditam pratyuvacha satam vaishya prashrayavanato nripam. Hearing this speech, iti akarnya means hearing this, vacha, that what he said, Bhupate pranayoditam. So hearing this speech of the king, uttered in a very friendly way, the merchant bowed respectfully to the king and gave his answer. So Vaishya Uvacha. First he had asked, who are you? So he gives his introduction. Samadhir nama Vaishyoham. Aham Samadhir nama Vaishya. I am the Vaishya. My name is Samadhi. Utpanno Dhaninam Kule. I have been brought up in a very wealthy family, in a very wealthy clan. But unfortunately, what happened? Putra Darai Nirastascha Dhana Lobhat Asadhubi. Putra, my own son. Dara means wife, my own wife. What have they done? They have cast me out of my own home. Why? Dhana lobhat. Because of the greed for wealth. So now what to do? Vihinascha dhanair darai putrairadaya me dhanam vanam abhyagato dukhi nirastaschapta bandhubihi. So now vihina dhanadarai, I am bereft of what? Money also, my wife also, my son also. I have been cast out. Now vanam abhyagato dukhi, I am very sorrowful. And I have come to this vana, I have come to this forest. And again, what is more tragic, he has been turned out, but his condition is the same as the king. King has been treacherously driven out of his kingdom. He is still thinking about the kingdom. This person, he has also been dealt with in the same way, but he is also thinking about his wife and sons. So he says, dwelling here, I do not know anything as regards my wife and child. What are they doing? How are they, my kinsmen, how are they faring? So, soham na vedmi putranam kushala kushalatmikam. Whether they are kushal, whether they are good or akushal, whether they are not in a good condition. Pravritti swajananam cha dharanam cha atra sanstita. So I do not know how are they. Are my sons living a good life or evil life? Now Raja says, why are you thinking like, although Raja is also thinking like that, but he is giving advice to this person. See, yair nirastu bhavan lubdhai putra dara divir dhanai teshu kim bhavata sneham anubadnati manasam. So, yair nirastu bhavan means by those who have deprived you, your son, your wife, they have deprived you of everything. Teshu kim bhavata sneham anubadnati. Why are you still bound to them? Anubadnati. By sneha. Why are you thinking about their welfare? They have taken away everything from you. So the merchant said, yes, what you are telling is true. That very thought has occurred to me also. Evam etad yatha praha bhavan asmad gatam vachah. I am also thinking the same thing. Why is my mind going to them? But kim karumi? What to do? I am under the control of my mind. I cannot get rid of that attachment. Yai santyajya pitri sneham dhanalubdhai nirakritah pati swajanahardam cha harditeshu eva mana. So, still my mind is thinking about those persons. It still has affection for those very persons who have driven me out because of their greed for wealth. Hmm. My son has abandoned his love for his father. My wife has abandoned her love for her husband. So I know I should not be thinking any more of them. But what to do? My mind is full of attachment. It is prone to love even those worthless people. Hmm. So now both are in these difficult situations. So tesham krite me nishwaso daurmanasyam cha jayate karomi kim yanna manasteshu apritishu nishtharam. So my mind is prone to love even for those worthless people. On account of them, I am heaving sighs and feeling dejected. What can I do? Kim karomi? Manas apritishu nishthuram. My mind does not become devoid of attachment towards even those who do not love. Apritishu. They did not have any priti, they did not have love for me, but I cannot stop thinking about them. So now Markandeya said, then, O Brahmana, Markandeya is the one who is telling all this. So Markandeya Uvacha, he said, Tatastau sahitau vipram tam muni samupastitau samadhir nama vaishyosau sacha parthiva sattamaha. Then what happened? The merchant Samadhi and the noble king Surat, they all went together and approached Munim Samupastitav. They went in front of the Muni. So, first, when we go to those revered persons, we bow down and all that. Kritva tutau yatha nyayam yadarham tena samvidam upavistau katha kaschit chakratur vaishya parthivo. So they made pranams and then sat down and then they began to converse with the sage. The king said first. He asked the sage first, the king, Surat. What? Bhagavan tvam aham prashtum ichham ekam vadasvatat. So, I want to ask you one thing. My wish is there. Please, vadasva means reply to that. What is my problem? I'll tell you. Dukkhaya yanme manasa swachitta ayattatam vina. This is the problem of all of us. Dukkhaya manasa. My mind is sorrowful. And what is the reason? Swachitta ayattatam vina. Vina means because it is without. What? Without the control of itself. Swachitta, my own mind. My own mind, I have no control over my own mind. That is why, what is happening? Dukkhaya me manasa. I am sorrowful. Mamatvam gata rajyasya rajyangeshu akhileshvapi janato api yathagyasya kim etam munisattama. Why is this happening, O sage? That everything is gone. My kingdom has gone. Janato api, I know everything is gone through those evil people. Still, I am thinking about them. Why is this happening? So, he is telling not only my condition is this like this, but even is this merchant. He is also suffering like me. Ayam cha, this sage also, Nikrita putrai darai bhrityai stathojjita swajanena cha santyakta. He has been given up by his wife, children, everybody. But still he has that inordinate affection towards them. So what is happening? Both he and I, drawn by attachment towards object whose defects we know, are suffering. This is the problem. Drishta doshepi vishaye mamatva akrishta manasa. Drishta dosha. We are seeing the faults. We are not blind. We can make out. Those are evil people. But still, mamatva akrishta manasa. Still we feel the sense of my towards them. We cannot give them up. And because of that attachment, we are suffering. So, what is to be done now? Why is this happening? Though we are aware of it, we are deluded. So, what is the reason for this? And how can we get out of this? That is the question. That is all humanity the same question. So, Rishi Ruvach. Now Rishi replies. Jnanamasti samastasya jantur vishaya gochare. Every being has the knowledge of objects perceivable by the senses. Not only human beings. All the animals also have that knowledge. What is where, what should I eat, how should I protect myself from others. So this cognizing, all of us have that power, all the living beings in the world. So like human beings, others are also imbued with this knowledge. But what is happening? Jnanepi sati pashyaitan. What is happening here, you can see for yourself. He tells the merchant and this king that, see, look at those birds. He pointed towards some birds and they are feeding their children. So now he said, see what the bird is doing. Although she is hungry, she may be hungry, still she is engaged in dropping grains into the beaks of her young ones. Although she is suffering, but she is still thinking about her own children first. Now he tells about human beings. What does he say? First he points out to the birds. Then he says, and what do human beings do? Human beings also take care of their own ones. Why? Because pratyupakaraya lobhat. Because of lobha, greed of what? Pratyupakar. Return. So manusha manuja vyagra sabilasha sutan shuti lobhat pratyupakaraya nanu etan kim na pashyasi. Don't you see? This is happening everywhere. Whatever we are doing, where we are attached, if we do something for people whom we are attached to, all this putra, dara, etc., we do only with one motive. Why? To get something. And because of this attachment, what happens? Tathapi mamata varte moha garte nipatita mahamaya prabhavena sansara sthitikarina. So men are hurled mamata varte into the whirlpool of attachment and moha garta, pit of delusion. Why? How? Mahamaya prabhavena. It is all the play of the divine mother, Mahamaya. Sansara Sanstiti Karina, who makes the existence of the world possible. So, what is this Mahamaya? Mahamaya is called the Yoga Nidra of Vishnu. Yoga Nidra Jagatpate. Jagatpate means one who is the ruler of the whole world. That Mahamaya is the Yoga Nidra of that Vishnu. And through, it is by her that the world is deluded. Those who don't take shelter in her are deluded. Such is that power that even Jnaninam api, Jnani means those who think themselves very wise. I've got so many PhDs, I've got so much money, I've got so many children, those who are very proud, so many Teslas I've got. Even those worldly wise people, what can she do? Jnaninam api chetansi Devi Bhagavati Hisa Balat, by force, Akrishya Mohaya Mahamaya Prayachati. This is a very, very often quoted verse of the Chandi. So, she, Mahamaya, forcibly, she can draw out the minds of even those who are thinking themselves to be very wise and throw them into delusion. Taya visrijyate vishwam jagat etat characharam saisha prasanna varada niram bhavati mukte. So these three verses, Jnaninam api, this one and the next one, they are very famous. She has created all this universe. Jagat etat chara acharam. Chara means those who can move out, achara those who cannot move out. And Saisha prasanna varada. Once she is pleased, once she becomes propitious, then Nidam Bhavati Mukte, she releases, gives knowledge to all of us. Sa Vidya Parama Muktir Hetu Bhuta Sanatani Sansara Bandha Hetuscha Saiva Sarveshwari. Sa Vidya Parama, she is the supreme knowledge. And Mukti Hetu Bhuta, she is also the cause of Mukti, of liberation. But Sansara Bandha Hetuscha api, she is also the cause of bondage. She is everything. Sa Eva Sarveshwari. She is everything. That is the thing. Good and evil. Now, he has told about the Divine Mother, what is the nature. Now the king asks, Sir, Venerable Sir, who is that Devi whom you call Mahamaya? How was she born? What is her sphere of action? What is her nature? What is her form? From where did she originate? All these questions he asks. And the answer is, now the whole scripture is the answer to that. So Rishi says, you are asking about her origin, from where did she come? She was never originated at all. Why? Nitya eva sa Jagan Murtistaya Sarvam idam tatam. She is eternal. So how can she be born? And Taya means by her, Sarvam idam tatam, everything is pervaded. So, although she is Nitya, she is always there, but still she incarnates in many ways. Now hear it from me. So he will tell about those three incarnations. When she manifests herself in order to accomplish the purpose of gods, she is said to be born in the world. But actually she is never born. Devanam karya siddhyartham avir bhavati sa tada yada utpanna iti tada loka. People say, oh, she is born. But she is never born. She was always there. But She just manifests herself in the universe. When we need her. So now he starts the story of the first manifestation of the Divine Mother, which is the first chapter. What happened once? At the end of a kalpa, when the universe was all one ocean, kalpa, the one cycle of creation and dissolution. Dissolution means it is just absorbed into the cause. So at that time, everything is quiet in the whole universe before creation, before next creation. So then the universe is imagined as a one ocean, completely calm. And Vishnu is having a peaceful rest because he has nothing to do. The universe has gone back to its source. So he is sleeping. And he is in what is called the Yoga Nidra. So he is sleeping nicely, no problem anywhere. But once when he was sleeping, what happened? Tada do asurau ghurau. Asura, two asuras. Ghura, terribles. Vikhyatau, they were very famous. And what were their names? Madhu-Kaitabh. Their names were Madhu and Kaitabh. So they came out from the Vishnu's ears. Suddenly they came out. They were not supposed to come out. The whole creation was at rest. But they came out. And what did they do? They were evil people. So evil people are always thinking of harming others. So Brahma, we know, Brahma is sitting on a lotus which is coming from the navel of Vishnu. That is the way it has been portrayed. So they came out. First person they saw was Brahma, most probably. So immediately they wanted to kill Brahma. Now, seeing these two fierce asuras and also seeing that Hari is sleeping, Vishnu is sleeping. So now what to do? Brahma was in a difficulty. Maybe he was not powerful enough to deal with them. So what did Brahma do? He thought, till Hari is sleeping, these two demons can't be controlled. Only God, Vishnu, can control them. So if something is to be done, if my life is to be saved, I have to awaken Vishnu. Now how to awaken Vishnu? She is in Yoga Nidra. Divine Mother is there. She is in his eyes. So he is sleeping. So I have to awaken the Divine Mother and tell him to leave him, come out of his eyes. Then only Vishnu will awaken and then only he will kill the demons. So now Lord Brahma began extolling the incomparable goddess of Vishnu, which is the Yoga Nidra. Vishweshwarim Jagadhatrim Sthiti Sangharkarinim Nidram Bhagavatim Vishnur Atulam Tejasa Prabhu. So all these words are very simple. They are just in all the Indian languages. Vishweshwarim. She is the Ishwari of the whole Vishwa, the whole world. Jagadhatri. She upholds the whole universe. And Sthiti Sanghara Karini. She is responsible for both the world being there and also for its destruction. Nidram Bhagavatim Vishnu. The all-powerful Devi was there as the Nidra, that is the sleep of Vishnu. So in order to awaken her, in order to make her leave Vishnu, he began praising her. And there is a wonderful hymn. So we can chant, it is not very long, we can chant the whole hymn. So I will, each verse I will chant and I will just, so those who are there can read from that. It's a very beautiful tune. If we don't have time for full one, we can do half and leave it. Let us see. This is a simple tune. So one line I will chant and you can please repeat after me, because the sandhi, one should know where to break, otherwise it is difficult. So I will chant it and we can repeat. Very simple tune, but very beautiful. Tvam swaha tvam swadha tam hi vashatkara swaratmika sudha tvam akshare nitye tridha matratmika sthita. Again, please sing with me. Tvam swaha tvam swadhatam hi vashatkara swaratmika sudha tvam akshare nitye tridha matratmika sthita. So he said, you are swaha and swadha. You are the vashatkara also and the embodiment of swara. So what does this mean? Swaha means that we give the oblations, no, which Shivaya swaha. You are swaha. Swadha. Swadha when the mantras which are uttered in the name of the pitris, our forefathers. So when offerings are made for them, not for any gods, that mantras are called swadha. Tvam akshare nitye vashatkara. So vashatkara in the text signifies Vedic sacrifices. Tridha matratmika sthita. So, and sudha. Sudha means the food of the devas, which signify immortality. And tridha matratmika sthita means you are half a matra, but you are eternal. So this next line it comes Ardha Matra Sthita Nitya. So as usual, before please repeat after me. Ardha Matra Sthita Nitya Yanucharya Visheshatah Tvameva Satam Savitri Tvam Deva Janani Para. Ardha Matra Sthita Nitya Yanucharya Visheshatah Tvameva Satam Savitri Tvam Deva Janani Para. So Ardha Matra, you are half a matra, you are verily that which cannot be uttered specifically, anucharya. And Tvam eva sat Tvam Savitri, you are also the Savitri. That is a famous hymn which occurs in the Vedas. And Deva Janani, you are the mother of the gods also. Next one. This is a very famous line. Tvayaitat-dharyate vishvam Tvayaitat-srijyate jagat Tvayaitat-palyate devi त्वमत्स्यन्ते च सर्वदा त्वयैतद्धार्यते विश्वं त्वयैतत्सृज्यते जगत् त्वयैतत्पाल्यते देवी त्वमत्स्यन्ते च सर्वदा त्वया एतत् धार्यते विश्वम त्वया एतत् सृज्यते जगत. From you this universe is born, and tvaya etat srijyate, it is also created by you. Tvaya etat palyate, it is also sustained by you. Namats tvam tvamat sante cha svarvada. So you are also consuming at the end. So you are doing everything. You are creating, sustaining, and also destroying. Next one. Visrishtau srishti rupa tvam sthiti rupa cha palane tatha sangriti rupante jagatosya jaganmaye. So, Visrishtau Srishti Rupa Tvam Sthiti Rupa Cha Palane. So, it is the same thing is being repeated. O you who are always of the form of the whole world, at the time of creation, you are of the form of creative force. At the time of sustenance, you are the protective power. And at the time of dissolution of the world, you are of the form of the destructive power. Mahavidya Mahamaya Mahamedha Mahasmriti Mahamoha cha bhavati Mahadevi Mahasuri. This simple, you can please chant together now, same one. Mahavidya Mahamaya Mahamedha Mahasmriti Mahamoha cha bhavati Mahadevi Mahasuri. Mahavidya, you are the great knowledge, supreme knowledge. Mahamaya, as well as the great enchantress, Mahamaya. Mahamedha, the great intellect. Mahasmriti, the great memory. Mahamoha cha bhavati, as the great delusion. What do? You are deluding all those who don't take shelter in you. So, next verse also, let us chant. Prakristvam cha sarvasya gunatraya vibhavini kalaratrir maharatrir moharatrischa daruna. Prakristvam cha sarvasya gunatraya vibhavini kalaratrir maharatrir moharatrischa daruna. So Prakristvam cha sarvasya, you are the primordial cause of everything. Gunatraya vibhavini, you are bringing to force the three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. Kalaratri, you are the dark night of dissolution. Maharatri, you are the great night of final dissolution. And Moharatri also, you are the terrible night of delusion also. Next one. Oh, it is not there, sorry. But you can always hear and repeat it. Next one is Tvam Shri. त्वं श्रीस्त्वमीश्वरी त्वं हि त्वं बुद्धिर्बोधलक्षणा लज्जा पुष्टिस्तथा तुष्टि त्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव च त्वं श्रीस्त्वमीश्वरी त्वं ह्रीं त्वं बुद्धिर्बोधलक्षणा लज्जा पुष्टिस्तथा तुष्टि त्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव च. You are Shri, you are the goddess of fortune. Tvam Ishwari, you are the supreme ruler. Tvam Ri, Tvam Buddhir Bodha Lakshana, you are modesty and you are also intelligence characterized by knowledge. What else are you? Lajja, you are bashfulness. Pushtistatha, you are nourishment. Tushtistam, you are contentment also. Shanti, Shanti Revacha, you are also tranquility and forbearance. Now he describes her as the wielder of all the different weapons which she holds. Khadgini Shulini Ghora Gadini Chakrini Tatha Shankhini Chapini Bana Bhushundi Paridhayudha Khadgini Shulini Ghora Gadini Chakrini Tatha Shankhini Chapini Bana Bhushundi Paridhayudha. So you are armed with the sword, the spear, the club, the discus, the conch, the bow, arrows, slings and also the iron mace. What else are you? Soumya Soumyatara Shesha Soumyebhyastvati Sundari Paraparanam Parama Tvameva Parameshwari Soumya Soumyatara Shesha Soumyebhyastvati Sundari Paraparanam Parama Tvameva Parameshwari. So you are Soumya, Soumya Tara Shesha. You are terrible, at the same time you are pleasing. Even more pleasing than the things of the world. And Ati Sundari, you are exceedingly beautiful. Para Paranam Parama, you are indeed the supreme Ishwari, beyond the high and the low. So, Para Aparanam Parama, you are beyond the high and the low. And you are Parameshwari. Yaccha kinchit kvachid vastu sadasadvakhilatmike tasya sarvasya ya shakti satvam kim stuyase maya. Yaccha kinchit kvachid vastu सदसद्वाखिलात्मिके तस्य सर्वस्य या शक्ति सात्वं किं स्तूयसे मया. So yacch kinchid kvachid vastu, whatever is there in the world, wherever it may be, It may be Sat or Asat, Akhila, whatever. All these things, Tasya Sarvasya Ya Shakti. All these things, there is nothing but you. So, Satvam Kim Stuyase Maya. How can I praise you? How can I extol you more than this? You are everything. Yaya Tvaya Jagat Srashta Jagat Patati Yo Jagat Sopi Nidravasham Nita Kastvam Stotum Miheshwara. Vishnu Sharira Grahanam Ahamishan evacha Karitaste yatostasvam Kastotum Shaktiman Bhave. Vishnu Sharira Grahanam Ahamishan evacha Karitaste yatostasvam Kastotum Shaktiman Bhave. Satvamitham prabhavai svai Udarai Devi Sanstuta Mohayaito Duradharshau Asurau Madhu-Kaitabh. So Duradharshau, Asurau, actually there are two words. Duradharshau, Asurau. That's why we chant like this. Satvamitham prabhavai svai Udarair Devi Sanstuta Mohayaito Duradharshau Asurau Madhu-Kaitabh. So, Satvamitham Sanstuta. Sanstuta means you have been praised by me in this way. Now, what do I ask you? I am praising you with some motive. So, what is my request? Madhu-Kaitabh. These two terrible demons who are unassailable, they are very difficult to conquer. Now, what I am asking you to do? Mohayaitav. Bewitch them. You are the all powerful. You can throw anybody into delusion. So you also throw them into delusion so that they can be destroyed. And another thing is what? Please awaken Vishnu. If he will be sleeping, then nothing can be done. So that is the last one you can see. Prabodham cha jagat swami niyatamucchato laghu bodhascha kriyatamasya hantu meto mahasuro. Prabodham cha jagat swami niyatamucchato laghu bodhascha kriyatamasya hantu meto mahasuro. So let Vishnu, the master of the world, who is the Jagat Swami, be quickly awakened, Prabodham. So he can rouse, he can awaken, and hantu meto. Hantu means he will kill. Kill whom? Maha Asura, these two terrible demons. So this is the hymn. And it is it's a wonderful hymn. All these are chanted together. So many hundreds of people chant this in Belur Durga Puja. Now Rishi said, what happens then? Evam stuta tada devi tamasi yatra vedhasa Vishnu prabodhanarthaya nihantum Madhu-Kaitabh. So what happened then? The Devi was praised like this. And when someone is praised, actually that person is pleased. So she granted that request. And she came out of the eyes of Vishnu and appeared in the sight of Brahma. So Brahma saw that Mahamaya has come out. And when she came out, Janardana, the Lord of the universe, rose up from his deep slumber. He rose up from the couch. His couch is Sheshanag. He is lying on that couch. From that, he awoke. So he saw that Madhu-Kaitabh Duratmano Ati Virya Parakramo. Ati Virya, they were very powerful, not to be laughed at. Duratmana, but they were evil people. So that power is of no use. That power has to be destroyed. Otherwise, the world cannot be saved. So what they were doing? Krodha rakte kshanavatum brahmanam janitodhyamam. So they were endeavoring to devour Brahma himself. So then Vishnu thought, no, now something has to be done. So Samuthaya tatastabhyam yuyudhe Bhagavan Hari. Yuyudhe means he began to fight with the demons. But they were so terribly powerful that Panchavarsha Sahasrani, he had to fight with them for 5,000 years. Yeah. So he found it very difficult to defeat them. But then Mahamaya came to his rescue. What did Mahamaya do? She turned the heads of those asuras. So they became very egotistic and they invited their own death. How? They thought nobody can kill us, even Vishnu cannot kill us. So we are God. When we are God, we should grant boons. So now they were so egotistic, they told Vishnu, Uktavantau varo asmatto vriyatamiti Keshava. Hey Keshava, we are so great. From us, you ask a boon. Uktavantau varo asmatto vriyatamiti Keshava. So Bhagavan Vishnu said, oh, wonderful. You have done what I wanted. So Vishnu said, I ask nothing, not much. What do I ask? Bhaveta madhya me tushtau. If you are pleased with me, because you have to tell those people like that, no. If you are satisfied with me, you must be slain by me. So I ask for nothing big, just let me kill you. That is what Vishnu asked. Kim annena varena atra etavat hi vritam mama. Etavat. I am just asking so little. Just let me kill you. So Rishi now says, Vanchitabhyamiti tada sarvamapo mayam jagat vilokya tabhyam gadito Bhagavan kamalekshana. So these two asuras, thus bewitched by Mahamaya, gazing at the dire world which was turned into water, they thought, okay, we have done something foolish. Maybe they realized that. But there is still a chance of us escaping. How? They saw that the whole universe is full of water. So they asked Vishnu, okay, you can kill us. But there is one condition. What? Avam jahi na yatra urvi salilena paripluta. Salila means water. So inundated, paripluta means inundated by water. So avam jahi, yes, you can kill us. but please kill us in that place where there is no water. So they thought we are very clever. Now he cannot kill us. But Vishnu was even cleverer. So Rishi Ruvaja, then the Rishi said, Tatha iti uktva bhagavata, be it so. Tathastu no. So same thing. Tatha iti. Okay, let it be so. Bhagavan said. And what did he do? He took them both on his lap. There is no water there. So there severed their heads. Kritva chakrena vaichinne. Jagane shirasitayo. He took them on his thighs and chakrena, by this chakra, he killed both of them. So, this is the final, now we come to the final verse of the first chapter. Evamesha samutpanna brahmana sanstuta swayam prabhavamasya devyastu bhuya shrinu vadamicha. So this is not the end, he says. Bhuya shrinu, again here. How? Evamesha samutpanna. How Mahamaya herself appeared by Brahmana sanstuta, being praised by Brahma, how Mahamaya again appeared, and Prabhavamasya, her Prabhava, her great power, her great glory. Again, I am not ended. Hear from me more. So that more we will know Mahishasura and all these. Then the Divine Mother will take different forms. This is the Yo-Nidra, this is the Tamasic form. Then she will take the Rajasic form. Or Kali is Tamasic or what?
Yeah. But this is the
So anyway, the
very
three...
subtle form. Sukshma.
So anyway, Parvati, as far as I remember, when she takes the form of Parvati, that is the Sattvika form.
Yeah.
And so, in short, the three forms are there. So, Sattvika, Rajasika, Tamasic. So one is completed in the first chapter itself. And then the other forms will come later.
It is Tamasika actually.
Should be Tamasika because Moh Nidra. Nidra is a symbol of Tamas. So this is in very short the narration of the first chapter of Chandi.